Roughly 4 years after the murders of Lori Vallow's 2 children and her husband's former wife, it took an Idaho jury less than 6 hours to reach a verdict. And tonight we are bringing you KREM 2 team coverage about that case.
KREM 2's Amanda Rowley has details on the verdict and what's next for Vaile.
It did not take long for the jury to make a decision. They started deliberations yesterday afternoon, came back this morning, and reached a verdict by 10:45 a.m. Lori Vaile is accused of killing her 2 children and the former wife of her husband, Chad Daybell. She was facing 6 criminal charges for the crime. In order to be found guilty of first-degree murder, the jury had to determine Vaile killed, commanded someone to kill, and/or encouraged the killing of the victims, and it had to be unanimous. The jury spent about 6 hours deliberating, with 39 jury instructions to consider before reaching a decision. That decision came in just before 11 a.m. Then the court gave everyone an hour to return to court for the verdict.
All right, please.
The jury found Vaile guilty of all 6 charges.
Is Lori Noreen Vaile not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan and grand theft by deception? Answer, guilty.
As they read through each count, Vaile gave no reaction to any of the guilty verdicts.
First-degree murder of Tylee Ryan. Answer, guilty.
The next step is Vaile's sentence hearing, which the judge says won't be held for another 3 months. The death penalty is no longer on the table for Vaile. That's because of a judge order for late discovery submissions that happened before the trial. Now, Chad Daybell will have a separate trial and is facing similar charges to Vaile. A firm start date has not yet been set, but June next year is a possibility. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk continues our team coverage tonight. He has been gathering reaction out of Boise today on the verdict.
He joins us now live in the studio with what family and an author who has been following this case had to say. Kyle.
Well, yeah, Mark and Whitney, just hours after this verdict, we're hearing reaction from family and an author who spent years studying the case and recently wrote a book. She says Lori Vaile turned out to be darker than anyone allowed themselves to realize.
It started with 2 children missing. And I stood up and I said, where are the children? Where are the children?
It's a question people across the nation were asking, but one their own mother refused to answer.
Your kids? No comment. No comment? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say?
How can a mother do this to their children? How could she offer no explanation? And in this trial, she did not mount any defense. She called no witnesses.
Leah Satilli has researched the case for years and wrote the book When the Moon Turns to Blood. She says in the end, Lori did not see Tylee and JJ as her children.
Really referring to them not just as like zombies as we had heard in the past, but obstacles, that they saw them as physical obstacles in the way of the life that they wanted to live.
Chad Daybell will have his own trial next spring, but today a sense of justice for Tylee, JJ, and Tammy Daybell, Chad's ex-wife, who Lori is now convicted of conspiring to kill.
JJ, Papa misses you. I miss you. Tylee, Papa loves you. Tammy, I never met you. Tammy, you are part of our life. Tammy, I am sorry for what happened to you. My heart hurts. My heart hurts for these 3.
JJ's grandpa, Larry Woodcock, went on to thank members of the jury who spent several weeks hearing and seeing graphic evidence in the case. Vaile will be sentenced in a few months.
And I'm going to say right now what I'm going to say in 3 months. Why, Lori? Why, Lori? Why?
Power, sex, and greed.
Power, sex, and greed. For what?
And even more reaction coming in at this hour. It's a story we're going to be following tonight at KREM 2 News 10 and 11. Mark.
Kyle, thank you very much. We will continue to follow this story through the very end.
In the meantime, though, for more on the Lori Vaile trial, you can watch right now on KREM 2 Plus, including the full verdict as it was read just a few hours ago. You can download KREM 2 Plus right now for Roku and Amazon Fire.
You can also head to our website, krem.com, for the most up-to-date information about the case. All right, let's take a break from the headlines to talk weather. Today marked the start of our big warm-up where we will see summer-like temperatures return just in time for the weekend.
Get ready for it. Our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, has all the details. Jeremy?
Yes, it's already hot. It's already sunny. So let's go ahead and dive in. Right now, temperatures sit in the upper 70s, so knocking on the door of the 80-degree mark. And it's likely we get up there as we head into the weekend. That's all thanks to an atmospheric ridge building overhead. And that ridge taking shape keeps us hot, dry, and sunny for the foreseeable future. I mean, let's just go back for a second. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but let's go back. All right, find a cloud. I dare you. It is that kind of sunny out there, and that means nothing showing up on the radar, and that's going to be the case over the weekend. What is likely, though, is we get a bit of wind kicking things up. If this were one of those ones where, say, a month, maybe 2 months down the road, this wind would be enough that I'd say, ooh, watch out for dust. I do think you wind up seeing a little bit of a haze in the low levels of the atmosphere from this wind, but for the most part, we are talking some very breezy conditions. 15 to 25 mile per hour winds on Saturday. Sunday, those wind gusts could near 40 in areas, so it is going to be quite a bit windy, but also very, very warm all weekend long.
Jeremy, thank you very much. As you may know, May is AAPI Heritage Month, and as part of that, Native Asian, Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Days are just now getting underway at Riverfront Park.
A number of performers are scheduled for this evening, including a luau with fire knife dancers. There are food trucks as well that feature different AAPI cuisine. One vendor says he knows the importance of this event.
So having this festival is extremely important because there is no Asian or Pacific Islander represented in Spokane. So this brings awareness to everybody that, hey, we're here and we're proud to be here. And I love being part of it and representing my food, my culture to everybody here.
Well, it definitely matters, and there is also a resource fair taking place tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. That fair will feature different businesses and services. The event goes until 7 o'clock tonight, so you can still get there and don't miss your chance to see all those performances, the cultural exhibits, and get a taste of the food, the beer, and wine.
And be sure to join our very own Tim Pham today and tomorrow. He is emceeing the Asian, Native, Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Days event.